back here. We also have straps if you would like a strap. I want to let you guys know that for my 300-hour yoga teacher training, I do have an iPad that's on in the back. It's recording me. Nobody's watching it. It's going to go to somebody in Texas, and they're going to just, I don't know, grade me. So, just want to let y'all know that is back there. If you see that, that's what it is. Welcome to your 10 o'clock vinyasa. We're going to start over reclining on the mat in a supine posture, which means you're laying down on your back. Taking a moment to arrive here on your mats, in this room, in this building, in your body. Taking a moment to notice your breath, to find the physical body, the emotional body, the intellectual body, the energetic body. We're going to check in with the body, checking in with the physical body, starting at the tips of the toes, moving to the ball of the foot, through the arch of the foot and the heel, checking in with the ankles, the shins, and the calves. Take notice of your knees. Take a breath. Feel that breath. Imagine that breath move down into your legs. Notice the parts of your body that meet with the mats. Feel your inhales expand your belly. Feel your inhales expand your rib cage. Checking in with the spine. Checking in with the chest. The shoulders. The parts that meet with the mat. Again, we allow our awareness to move into the arms, from the shoulders into the biceps and the triceps, into the elbows and the forearms, into the wrists. Breathe. Imagine that air flowing down to your wrists and love to your wrists. Send that awareness and that love past the wrist to the palms of the hands, into each joint of each finger, into the tips of the fingers. Take a breath. Feel that awareness come back from the tips of the fingers into the palms, into the wrists, into the forearms, beyond the elbows, the biceps, the triceps, into the neck. Drop the left ear towards the left. Feel length through the right side of the neck. Bring the nose back to neutral. And then drop the right ear over towards the right. Feeling length in the left side of the neck. Notice how this feels. Bring your nose to neutral. Take a full breath. Sigh it out. Relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyelids. Perhaps you set an intention for your practice. Finding a reason that you showed up today. Maybe it is a thought, a feeling, a prayer, or a mantra. Maybe you would like to join me in my theme today of finding strength through movement. Take an inhale through your nose, sigh out the mouth. As you inhale, reach your arms overhead, big body stretch. Maybe you point your toes all the way down at the bottom of the mat. Roll through the ankles, roll through your wrists. Find all those little creaks and cracks. Get them out. Big body stretch. We're going to cross left ankle over right. Take right wrist to left palm. Banana shape the body. Condense the right side, lengthen the left. Inhale, open the body back up. Reach as high as you can. Find length in the body. And then cross your right ankle over left, right wrist to left palm. Again, we'll lengthen the right side. Condense the left. Find a breath here in this banana shape. Exhale here. Inhale, open the body up. And as we exhale, we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, ground through your spine. On your inhale, open the body back up. Keep your abs activated and float your limbs. Exhale, hug it in. We'll move through that a few times. Inhale, open the body back up to a big X shape, floating all the limbs. Exhale, hug it in. Keep going. Keep the abs activated. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Inhale, expand. Take up space. Exhale, hug it in. 2 more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hug it in. Last time. Inhale, reach, open. Take up as much space as you possibly can, and then hug it on in. Round through the spine, bring the forehead to the knees. And then we're going to lower the occipital bone, the back of the head down to the mat. Place the soles of the feet onto the mat. Walk your heels towards your glutes. Place your palms on either side of your hips. Tuck your tailbone under. Take an inhale where you are. And as you exhale, lift those hips high. Pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Bridge pose here. Ground through that left foot. Inhale. Right leg's going to rise. Press your right foot into the ceiling. And then take that right ankle, cross it over the left. Allow that right knee to kind of come out towards the right. As you exhale, lower your hips to the ground. Beautiful. Open your arms to a cactus or to a T and take a breath. And as you exhale, we're going to drop the legs over to the left so the sole of the right foot's going to meet the ground. Breathe. If it feels good, that top knee that's pointing to the ceiling is going to fall in more towards the left armpit. Maybe you take your left palm onto that right knee. A little twist through the spine and through the hips. Notice how this feels. Send your breath into your hips. Now that knee that is fallen into the armpit, we're going to allow it to point back up to the ceiling and bring the legs back up to our reclined figure 4. Beautiful. Inhale, press that right heel up to the ceiling. And then bend the right knee, place that foot on the ground. Walk those heels back to the glutes. Place your palms on either side of your hips. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and lift the hips high. Now you're going to squeeze your thighs together here. Oftentimes as we're in bridge pose, our legs want to splay out, but really we're going to squeeze them into the midline. Ground through your left foot. Inhale. Ground through your right foot. Inhale. Left leg is going to press high. Press that left foot into the sky. Big breath here. As we exhale across the left ankle over that right knee, keep that bridge pose high. So we have our figure 4 happening with the left leg, keeping the hips high for a breath. Exhale, lower the hips down. Open the arms up to a cactus or to a T for an inhale. And as we exhale, drop the legs over to the right. Sole of the left foot's going to meet the ground on the right side. Notice how this feels. Maybe kind of wiggle that knee back and forth. Before you exhale that left knee in towards the right armpit, maybe placing that right palm onto that left knee. Check in with your hips. Check in with your mid-back. It's always very important to breathe through your practice, even in our folds and our twists. important parts of our practice, if not the most important. As we inhale, this knee that has fallen into the armpit will point back up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we'll bring the legs back up to neutral. Beautiful. Inhale, lift that left leg to the sky. And as we exhale, bend that left knee, sole of the left foot meets the right. We're going to place our palms next to our hips. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck that tailbone under, send the hips upward. Now, we are in our bridge pose, but maybe you want to take it a little further. So, while that nose is still pointing up to the ceiling, maybe you roll one shoulder beneath your body and then roll the other shoulder, interlacing the palms beneath the glutes, pressing the palms down towards the heels. And once again, squeezing the thighs to the center line. Ground down through that left foot. Inhale. Bring that right leg to the sky. Big breath. Exhale, cross the right ankle over the left ankle. We're going to stay in this bridge figure four. Breathe here. Inhale, lift your right leg high, press it to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, place the right foot down. Keep the hips high, press them high. Stay here as you exhale. Ground through your right foot. Inhale, left leg rises. Keep breathing. Exhale that left ankle to the right knee. Finding that bridge figure four. Take a breath. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Press it to the sky. Then lift as high as you can. And then bend the left knee down. Place the left foot to meet the right. If you are bound, releasing the bind, roll the shoulders out from beneath the body, lower the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Counter the pose. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to begin to rock and roll. And if rocking and rolling to seated does not feel good, your other option is just to roll over to a side lying pose. And we'll meet in seated. Perfect. Now let's come to Dandasana, stacked pose. So in Dandasana, your legs are outstretched in front of you. Perfect. Grounding down through your sits bones, let your spine grow long. Maybe you find a strap if you would like one. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. As we exhale, we're going to hinge 45 degrees. Now notice how you keep the spine long here. Oftentimes we want to begin to round the spine, but really the movement's happening here as we hinge forward. So we come 45 degrees. And as we inhale, grow a little longer. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes, reach for your shin, reach for your strap up to the feet. Whatever feels good, find length in the spine. And find that fold, bringing the nose towards the knees. Breathing in our forward fold. Inhale, rise up, setting the strap to the side. Bring your right knee with you, bend your right knee. We're going to keep that right foot onto the mat. And we're going to take this left arm, hug onto that right knee. Place your right palm behind you. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, gaze over that back shoulder. With each inhale, you grow a little taller. With each exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. When you're ready, turning the body back forward. Now, this bent knee is going to fall out to the side. So we're in a seated tree pose. Now, from this seated tree pose, place your right palm outside your right hip. Sweep your left arm high. Lift your hips high. Find this version of love. And then make a big circle with your arms. Whichever direction feels good. And then a big circle in the opposite direction. Big stretch here. And then on an exhale, lower the glutes back down to the mat. Perfect. Now we're going to take that knee, we're going to bring it back up. Take your left foot, cross it over the outstretched leg. On an inhale, we're going to reach our right arm high. And then we're going to hook our right arm, hang on a second, reach your left arm high, hook your left elbow to your right knee, place your right palm behind you. So a little deeper twist in the mid-back. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze over that back shoulder. Flex through that left foot. strap. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. 45 degrees, exhale. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, find your feet. Find length as you inhale. As you exhale, you'll fold. Checking in with those calves and those hamstrings. Any areas we feel tension, we send our breath, we send our attention, and we send our love. Beautiful. Inhale, roll to rise. Step that strap off to the side. Bring that left knee up with us. We're going to place the left palm behind us. Hug on to that left knee with the right arm. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, gaze over your back shoulder. Again, inhale, find length in the spine. Feel as though the string is pulling up through the crown of your head. Exhale, gaze beyond. Beautiful. We'll turn back forward. And we're going to allow this left knee to just drop out to the left. Maybe you resituate your sits bones here. And then you're going to take your left palm, place it outside your left hip. Sweep your right arm high. Find that baby wild thing. Make it feel good. Maybe find that big circle with your arm, big rotation. And then a big rotation in the opposite direction. Inhale, up where you are. And as you exhale, lower those wrists on down. Turning the body back forward. We're going to bring that knee back up. Take that foot, cross it over the outstretched leg. Hug on to that knee. Place your left palm behind you. Your other option is to take this right arm high and hook the elbow to the finding the vine. Ground through that back palm. Grow tall on your inhale. Exhale, gazing beyond the shoulder. Beautiful. Big breath. And we'll bring our gaze back forward. And we'll come to easy seated pose, whichever leg you want in front works for you. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, place that right palm down. We're going to laterally bend, up and over. Okay, we'll go this way. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, both arms. Exhale, left palm down, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right palm down, left arm's going to reach up and over. Inhale, scoop it up, both arms. Exhale, right palm, left palm down, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach high. As you cactus, lift through the heart space. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Now we're going to interlace the palms behind the back. Press your fist down to your tailbone. Lift up, inhale. Option to stay here as you exhale, or option to hinge forward at the hips. Maybe rounding through the spine. Maybe you tuck your chin to your chest. Wherever you are, maybe you find movement, or maybe you find stillness. We're just playing around here, finding whatever feels good in the body. Maybe you find neck rolls, maybe you rock side to side, or maybe you stay in complete stillness. Whatever feels good for you. We'll take 2 more breaths where we are. Our next inhale, we'll rise up. Place your fingertips on either side of your legs. Change out the orientation of your legs. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm's going to reach up and over. This time we're going to pull that top arm back. Cactus the top arm gaze high. As we exhale, reach that right arm to the mountain wall. Deep lateral bend. Inhale, straighten your spine, and then reach this right arm out towards the windows. We're going to drop our left ear to our left shoulder. How does this feel? Notice how it feels in your neck. We're creating a line of energy from the fingertips all the way up through the arm to the crown of the head. Maybe you reach your right arm, your left arm out, bend your left elbow, find your temple. Add a little bit extra pull here, only if it feels good. As we exhale, we'll lower that left palm down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, right palm comes down, left arm reaches up and over. Deep bend. Inhale, pull the top arm back, gaze high. Exhale, reach the top arm to the window. On our inhale, we straighten our spine. Left arm's going to reach to the mountain palm. And the right ear will drop to the right shoulder. Again, we're going to check in with the neck. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Roll your right ear back to your right shoulder. Notice how that feels. Reach your right arm out towards the window. your fingertips out in front of you, seated forward fold. Walk the palms over to the right. Breathe. Come back through center and then over to the left. Walk the palms to the center. Now we have options here. Oftentimes I'll say gaze forward to your palms and pull your body forward. But if that doesn't feel good, find your way to tabletop, however feels good for you. So in tabletop, we want to have our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. Take a moment, find your alignment. Maybe you sway your hips from side to side. Find your breath here, play around, check in with your spine. Perfect. Now, from here, take a cat-cow. Inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the spine, chin comes to the chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck and round, chin to chest. We'll do two more. Inhale, cow-like shape. Exhale, that scared cat shape. Perfect. Now, neutral spine, we're going to drop down to the low forearms. Spread your fingertips wide. We're going to take a little mini cat-cow. Inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, round the spine, gaze between the legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck and round. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck and round. Neutral spine here. We're going to stay in our low forearm. Press your right toe into the mat behind you. And we're going to rock back and forth. Maybe roll that ankle if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, just kind of rock it back and forth. Other option here is as you press back, maybe you lift this left knee up off the mat. Just an option. Just a little lift of the glutes and a lift of the knee. This is prepping us for dolphin pose. All right, now from here, find that neutral low forearm tabletop position. Lift that right foot up, bend through the right knee. Press it up, and we're just going to pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right knee next to the left. Press your left toes into the mat behind you. Find that same rocking motion. Again, maybe roll through the ankle. Maybe press back, lifting that right knee and lifting your glutes. And then setting that right knee down and moving forward. Just finding movement, finding a little more strength, really pressing into the arms, feeling the activation of the biceps. And then we'll find some stillness, find that neutral spine in the slow forearm tabletop. Lift the left foot, bend the left knee. Flex the foot so that it looks like it's pressing the foot into the ceiling. And press it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your left knee next to your right. We're going to come to dolphin pose. So from here, you're going to tuck your toes under. Send your hips up and back. Dolphin is a lot like downward dog, but we're on our forearms. Check and see how this feels. Maybe you cuddle your knees out here. Take a breath. Exhale, drop those knees back down. Now, from here, place your palms where your elbows are. We come to tabletop. Beautiful. Now, tuck those toes under. Take a breath. And as we exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Perfect. From this inversion, find any little wiggles, any moves, or maybe just stay in stillness. Breathe here. Find stillness. Look between your palms, and we're going to travel to the top of the mat. So maybe you lift one leg up, and then step that foot between the palms, and then allow the other leg to follow. Inhale, half lift your spine. spine. Create that L shape with your body. And then as you exhale, plant your palms. Step back to a plank posture of your choice. That could be on your toes or on your knees. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. That means tuck your elbows to your ribs and lower the body to the ground. On an inhale, you roll the shoulders open and inhale for cobra. And then we'll tuck those toes under the knee, downward dog. That is our sun salutation. A, inhale, sigh it out. On your next inhale, rise on your toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. And then you're going to take a big step, a hop, tippy toe, make your way to the top, and then half lift. L-shape your body. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Sweep those arms overhead, reverse swan. Exhale your hands to heart center and onto the mudra. Back to that mountain pose. Sun out A once more. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe prayer points come to the center. On your inhale, we'll half lift the body. Exhale, plant the palms and step to plank. Your version of plank. So we'll be in plank only for a breath. We inhale here and then we exhale to chaturanga. Untuck the toes, inhale, cobra, and we'll meet down dog. Exhale. Beautiful. We'll take a collective breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, switch your gaze to the top of the mat. Step hop, foot tippy toe, make your way to the top. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flow through, arms rise. When I say flow through, that means we're going to skip that onto the mudra, and we're just going to swan dive into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, L shape your body. Plant your palm, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, switch the gaze. Make your way to the top. Half lift, L shape the body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Prayer palms come through heart center. Mountain pose. Beautiful. All right, from here, sink your hips low, sweep your arms up into Tasana chair pose. Now, in our chair pose, one thing we don't want to do is stick our glutes out. There's a lot of pressure on the low back, so make sure the spine is straight. Oftentimes, you'll hear tuck your tailbone, but we don't want to overcorrect. We just want a nice straight spine. Maybe you bring your prayer palms to heart center and sink a little lower. Take a breath in your chair. Exhale, release to a forward fold. Inhale, L shape the body, roll the shoulder blades together. Exhale, plant the palms. We're going to step back to plank. Plank is our posture. Now, from this plank, drop your right knee down. Kickstand your right leg towards the windows. Pivot your left foot. And then lift that left arm high. We're in a supported side plank. From this supported side plank, lift the left leg if it feels good. Now, you can stay here. Maybe you take your left palm, turn your palm to the back of the room. Bend the left knee. And find the left foot, only if it feels good. And then if you find your foot, press your foot into your palm. Open through the heart space, finding the spine, finding strength, finding balance. On your inhale, don't slingshot, just open up. Inhale, back to that floating plank. And then drop the left toes down. Drop the left palm down, turn your right toe back to the back of the room. We'll inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Ground through that left foot. Inhale, right leg's gonna rise. Three-legged dog. From our three-legged dog, look between your palms. Decide where you want your foot to go. Ideally, we want it to land between the palms. So maybe you roll the body forward. Maybe you sway this hip out a little bit wider and plant it down. If it doesn't make it there, that's okay. Take your right palm, hold on to that ankle, put it a little further forward. And then from here, we're going to drop the back foot down 45 degrees. works best for most of us is to have our hips facing to this top left corner of the mat. The back foot is dropped 45 degrees. Front knee is bent. Beautiful. Chest is facing forward. Feeling nice and strong in this warrior one. We're going to inhale here. Exhale to interlace the palms behind the back. Press your fists down to your sacrum. Inhale, lift through your heart space. And if it's in your practice today, we'll humble the warrior on an exhale, bringing the right bicep to the right thigh. Gaze will go back to that left toenail. The hips hug to the midline. Breathe. On an inhale, we ground through the front foot and reach the arms high, warrior one. As we exhale, we'll bring the front foot. Roll to the ball of the left foot and then step back to plank. Maybe you lift that right leg high for a three-legged plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, heart opener, choice. Maybe it's upward facing dog, maybe it's cobra. Then we'll meet that downward dog. Perfect. Ground through the right foot, left leg rises. Bend the knee, open the hip, find scorpion pose only for a moment. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Look between your palms. Once more, we're going to decide where that left foot is going. And then you rise on that back toe, step the left foot there on an exhale. Pivot the back foot down 45 degrees. Keep the front knee bent. Sweep the arms up. We're in Virabhadrasana 1, warrior one. A pose of strength, a pose of power. Again, our hips anatomically want to point to the top right corner of the mat. Oftentimes you might hear the bell point forward. It's really up to you and up to your body. We're going to turn our palms out. Inhale. Exhale. Interlace the palms behind the back. Press your fists down to your sacrum. Inhale. Lift up through the heart space. Exhale. Humble it down. Bringing left bicep to left thigh. Gaze to your back right toenail. Maybe you lift your palms up towards the ceiling. Just an option. Breathe. On an inhale, we'll begin to rise, grounding that left foot, rising arms high. Sink into that hip, feeling nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale, frame your foot. Roll to the ball of the right foot. Step the left foot back. We're in plank pose. Plank is our posture here. From this plank, we're going to drop the left knee down. Kickstand the left foot to the left. Pivot the right heel down. Right arm rises. We're in that side plank. And then we're going to float the right foot up. Beautiful. If it feels good, taking this right palm, turning the palm to face the mountain wall. Bend your right knee. Find your right foot. Press the foot to the palm if it's in your practice this morning. Breathe here. Beautiful variation. So I like that palm to the back. That's great. No slingshot. Inhale, open. As we exhale, we're going to drop that right toe down to the mat. Turn the right palm down. Roll onto that right toe. Step the left toe backward and plank together. Inhaling in our plank. We'll exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Great job, ladies and gents. Inhale. Sigh it out. Another one. Inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. Let it go. Great. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Switch the gaze. Step hopper, float to the top. Calf lift. Inhale, L shape the body. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees generously. Because we're going to sink our hips nice and low. And then we're going to sweep those arms up to chair pose. Beautiful. We're Utkatasana. Everybody looks great. Alignment looks great. See if you can look down at your toes. See if you can wiggle your toes. Breathe here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lift palms Open the body back up, floating that leg, floating side plank. And then as we exhale, drop the toe down. Reach the arm high, inhale. Exhale, lower your left palm down. We roll to the ball of the left foot, and then we'll extend the right foot back to three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, down dog. Great job. On your next inhale, ground through your left foot, right leg rises. Bend the knee, open the hips, scorpion pose. Y'all are doing great. Inhale, three-legged dog. Look between your palms, decide where you want your foot to go and step it there. Now, we're going to pivot the back foot down and sweep the arms up. Warrior one. Breathe here. Big breath. Exhale, bring it forward. Step back to plank. Inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, heart opener. Down dog, exhale. Ground through the right foot, left foot, right. Look between your palms, step your left foot there. Pivot the back foot down and we come to warrior one. Feeling nice and strong, finding our alignment in your warrior one. Beautiful. Again, our hips are coming to that front right corner of the mat. A little more bend in that front knee, sinking the hips forward. Beautiful. Big breath in your warrior one. Straighten the foot on an exhale. Step back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, down dog. From this downward dog, inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, switch the dristy. Step top, float to the top. Half lift your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Sink the hips low. Chair. Breathe. And fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. We're going to come back to our plank posture. Again, plank is our posture here. We're going to drop that left knee down. Extend the left foot, pivot the right down. Reach the right arm high. Beautiful. Option to float the leg as we have done before. Option to take this right palm, turning the thumb towards the block wall so the palm faces the mat to the wall. Now, you can bend that floating knee, find a foot, or maybe take your palm to the small of your back. Find your balance. Find your variation. Breathe. Find your strength within. No shot. Inhale, open. Exhale, the toe touches down. Reach the arm high as we inhale. As we exhale, the palm comes down. Roll to the ball of the right foot and then float the left leg back. So we're in plank, that left leg floating if it feels good. Chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener of choice, which can be cobra or upward facing. Into that down dog where we meet. You're doing great. Inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. Again, inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. Last one, inhale through your nose. Let it go. Inhale, rise on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, switch the gaze. Make your way to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hold. Sink your hips low. Sweep your arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. From this version of chair, bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. As you inhale, make your spine a little bit longer. So we're just kind of lifting through the crown of the head. Turn your torso. Keep your hips forward. Turn your torso and your arms towards the window wall. lots of movement in the spine in yoga. Having a healthy lumbar spine leads to longevity of life. Take a breath. Bring those palms back to the center of the heart. On your inhale, we're going to ground through both feet. Rise up, bring the right knee with you. So you can come onto your toe and bring that right leg up parallel to the floor. You can stay here or take the ankle, kind of tick-tock it over towards the mountain wall, set it on your knee and sink the legs down. That's what we did in bridge pose at the beginning of class. We did a reclined figure four. Now we do a standing figure four. Bring the hands to heart center. Option to stay here or turn the body towards the mountain wall. Eventually, you can find a line here, bringing the elbow to the foot. We're not quite there yet. Inhale, come back to the center, arms rise. Exhale, sink to chair. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Now, from this forward fold, walk the palms over to the right. Walk the palms center, and then walk them over to the left. Walk the palms back to center, and then grounding through the left foot. Step your right foot back, front knee is bent. We're prepping in a runner's lunge. What does that mean? We're on the ball with the right foot, the left knee is bent, the chest comes forward. Really sinking into that hip. Breathe. Now, where we're going from our runner's lunge, we're going to lift off because we're finding strength through movement. So if you want to use a block here for support, that is an option. So we're in our runner's lunge. Ground through that left foot. Begin to lift your right leg up, straightening that left foot for warrior three. You can use your prop here to help you lift up. Now, wherever you are in your warrior three, find your tristic point, your focal point, about 2 foot in front of that prop or your foot. Beautiful. As we exhale, we're going to drop that back toe down. High lunge. Inhale. Cactus. Exhale. Inhale. High lunge. And then pivot the back foot down. Arms open. Warrior two. Beautiful. From warrior two, we're going to float once more in a half moon. So what we do is we're going to reach the arm forward for the ground or your prop, and then lift the back foot high. So the body is open to the window. Beautiful. Nice modification. You can keep that back toe grounded here. I'm making it floated. From our half moon, our Ardha Chandrasana, we're going to drop that back toe down and sweep those arms up. High lunge. Exhale to a cactus. Inhale, scoop the air in front of you. We're going to pull the left sweep that right arm high. We're in a low lunge. Tuck your back toe if it's tucked, because as we exhale, we're going to come to half split. So we send the glutes back towards the heels, straightening out that front foot, lifting the toe towards the nose. Beautiful. We have one more side. Great. Oh, you're doing great. Bend through that front knee. Arms rise. Inhale, we're in a low lunge. Exhale, frame that foot. Tuck the left toe under, lift the left knee. Step forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. Now, we're going to ground that left foot, step the right foot back. We only have half of this part of our flow to do. We're in our runner's lunge. We're going to lift high lunge. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, cactus. Scoop and inhale. Pull the left arm back, roll into the mountain now. Now we drop onto the back knee. Nice and slow, drop it down. And untuck the back toe if it feels good. Left arm's going to reach down for the back thigh as the front arm rises, exalting your low lunge, or you can stay twisted, whatever feels best. Great. Keeping the body twisted to the mountain wall. If you're exalted, bringing the arms back out to a T. Exhale, sweep that left arm high. We're in our low lunge. Now we come to asana, half splits. We send the hips back. Lift the front toe if it feels good. So the hip is floating over the foot. Again, oftentimes what happens here is we're going to stick the glutes out to one side or the other. So just center your pelvis to the center of your mat. Breathe. When you're ready, bend through that front knee. Plant that left foot down. Frame that front foot. Tuck your right toe under, lift your right knee. We're going to heel toe the left foot out to the outside of the left palm. We're in lizard lunge. Now your left foot is going to turn 45 degrees. And we're going to step our right foot forward 45 degrees. So we're in a yogi squat. Now, yogi squat has options. You can be high in your yogi squat. Or maybe you sit on a block in your yogi squat. Maybe you sink your hips low in your yogi squat. Great. Again, we have more options here. Maybe you dip your left shoulder down, plant your left palm, and reach your right arm high. Getting into that back body a little more, a little breath. Breathing into the low back. Bring those palms back to heart center. And then we'll find that on the opposite side. Dip the right shoulder down. Over that right palm. Lift the left arm high. Gaze to the left thumbnail. These are just options. Just beautiful. Bringing the palms back to center. From your yogi squat, lift your palms down. And begin to lower the body down to the mat. However you get there, it doesn't have to be cute. Make your way to your mat. Beautiful. And any other asanas along the way. All right, from here, we're going to come to Dandasana, down pose. Take your strap in your left hand. We're going to take this left strap up the right foot. Hold the strap in the left hand. Open the right arm out. And then lift the right foot. Gaze to the back thumbnail if you can, or just gaze out the window. Flex through both. As we exhale, we'll close it off. Keep the foot floating. And then lower the foot down. Unstrap the foot. asana is butterfly. So maybe you allow both knees to fall out and the soles of the feet meet with one another. Maybe you bounce your knees a little bit. Maybe you just find stillness. And as we have reached the last few minutes of our class together, I want to invite you to come through any postures I did not cue, or I can cue you through supine twist. So from your butterfly pose, maybe you hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Keep your right knee hugged in towards the right rib cage and extend the left heel to the bottom of the mat. Take your left palm to that right knee and take a breath. And as you exhale, pull the right knee over to the left. Extend your right arm to the window, gaze to the window. Beautiful. If you've chosen to come to the supine twists, on an exhale, we'll come back onto the back body. Hug both knees in once more. One more big hug for yourself. Keeping that left knee hugged in close. Extend the right heel to the bottom of the mat. We'll take a big breath, and as we exhale, right hand comes to left knee and pulls it over to the window wall as the left arm extends towards the mountain. Maybe the gaze follows the arm, or maybe the gaze goes to the ceiling. And in a moment, I'm going to come around with cool lavender cloths for your forehead. If there's anyone in here that does not want one, please make it known by raising a hand or a foot or any other limb. Beautiful. On your exhale, come back to the back body and find yourself slowly coming into your final resting posture. Notice how the heart rate begins to slow. Notice how the breath begins to come to a more natural rhythm. to notice the breath, the pranamaya kosha, the breath body, the energy body, the manamaya kosha, the mind comes to awaken. Perhaps rolling to one side or the other, if you choose, no pressure. And then using that free upper palm, slowly rising. And the eyes can be closed or add a soft gaze. If you have chose to stay reclined, maybe you'll place one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. And if you have chose to close and seated, placing both palms open on the thighs to share energy in the room, or placing your palms down to honor your own energy. Come back to your intention you may have set and take a breath. Let it go. And on our next inhale, we'll sweep our arms overhead. Let's come to lotus mudra, where we bring the thumb, the base of the palms, and the pinkies together, opening the hands up like a flower. And as we exhale, we'll bring the thumb past the third eye, the nose, the lips, the throat, until the thumbs press together at the heart space. And we'll bow down once more to ourselves, to our intentions, and to one another. I see you and I honor you. Thank you. Y'all did awesome. I don't know if the air conditioning is working very well. It's a little sticky. I don't know if it's just sticky in here or. Yeah, I mean, usually when I put it on 68, I'm freezing in there, but I'm like, maybe I'm having a hot flash. I don't know. I think I'll have to make it on there. You always keep that. You know, like how my shavasana sounds like baby when Thank you guys for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Have you all joined that? Are y'all members?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I've been to, so actually, and so we started in the first class in the morning. But I wanted to see the thing.
Yeah, I hear that. I did too, but it didn't happen. Awesome, this house is free. So because of my yoga teacher training, I was trying to get some hours in. I've been doing my 300 hours for a year now, and so for a year, I have had all this time to record these 20 hours, and I didn't know. So I get completely done with my program, and I'm like, well, not completely, I was at 94%. It was like, you need 20 hours of recorded teaching time, and I'm like, okay. So I asked Laura, I was like, can you just throw me some like karma classes on it? Because there's supposed to be like, there's supposed to be karma classes, so there's supposed to be like
Thank you. No
community
problem.
teaching class for free. So she's like, yeah, you're not have to teach mine. Bring people in. Just get to see you.
Are y'all moving? Where's the news?
It is, do you know where Jules and James is?
Yeah.
Next door to Jules and James.
So it used to be a dollar.
It's the Burson, old Burson Big T.
Yes, it's a red building, it used to be Burson's.
But the office part,
It's
it's
all
all
around
about
the
it.
yes.
You can on the floors.
I don't know about I don't think the floors were keepable. I'm not sure, I don't think so. But the walls still look really cool and rustic, and it's got that vibe to it. But we're gonna have a heated room, and we're gonna have a regular room, and we're gonna have, I think we're gonna have showers. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be a good thing. Now, I will say, let me turn this on.
Parking, where are people parking?
There's gonna be good parking, so of course there is the parking deck, but then there is